From the Diary of Tatiana. Remembering Friday the 13th. I've been in need to take my mind off things these past days. I wanted to take my mind off things by watching my usual marathons of movies or series or playing games all afternoon, making my brain drone away where it could grab my problems, carry them away somewhere where I couldn't see them for a while, like on the rooftop or a tree in the neighbor's house or whatever place that was in my head. I didn't really care. As usual, I was really in the mood for a row of horror movies more than anything. I immediately thought of Friday the 13th until I realized that I don't have the first one. I have so many movies I believed I had it, but I don't. I also don't have Netflix anymore, and I really don't feel like going to shady online sites for a minute, but that's okay. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I've been having a good time remembering how it was the last time I saw it. The movie starts with a shot of the moon, letting us know what the atmosphere is going to be for the rest of the movie. Starting on Camp Crystal Lake, 1958, with teenagers singing around the fire, sleeping, being horny, getting murdered, and then it's 1980, Friday, June 13th. A joyful young girl is traveling, pretty, nice looking, full of life. She's traveling to Crystal Lake. She arrives to town where she finds a creep that tells her joy that she's heading to what's nice people around call Camp of Blood, because it's cursed. This such a creep. We meet our young, vibrant victims. Mary Magdalene, Kevin Bacon, the Chad, Mrs. Alright, the funny incel. He's funny because he doesn't have anything else in life. The jobber, Stacy, and Mr. Not Sure. We also see that the joyful young girl gets into a truck where the trucker guy also keeps telling her that the place is screwed up, really screwed up. She joyfully laughs at him, joyfully drops off of the next stop, and heads herself to Crystal Lake anyways. She gets her life emptied from her by a cut in the throat. While the now sorrowful young dead girl is gone forever, the rest of the teens enjoy their day by fixing the camp, preparing for the future work, counseling in Crystal Lake, having fun, being teenagers, swimming the lake, Stacy being hot, funny himself, being a prankster because he doesn't have anything else going for him in life, and everybody's just being everybody. They kill a snake and prepare for a lunch. As suspected, Mary Magdalene is the one in charge of fixing something. She opens the pantry to get some food, but instead she finds the creep popping out of there after waiting what must have been hours, just waiting there, just standing there in the dark room waiting to tell them that the place is cursed. It's just a creep. And just go away in his bike. He's totally a creep because nobody not a creep does that. How can a place not be haunted with creeps like him? just creeping around. I don't remember what else happened, but somebody is creeping around the camp and funny incel gets killed. You don't really care though for a funny incel. He only had the incel going for him. That sucks. Who wants that? Anyways, while it started to rain, Mrs. Allright remembers her dream where she sees a rain of blood that washes away in little rivers. They have sex without the corpse of the funny incel laying on top of the bird bed. Funny incels are always the first to be ignored. Kevin Bacon gets killed. He gets stabbed on the back whenever he's laying in bed or something. In a very typical scene where you see Mrs. Allright being alone, hearing things and thinking Chad is playing a prank on her. Mrs. Allright discovers it wasn't Chad at all, but it was an extra face. While the murder of Mrs. Allright happens, the rest of the squad are playing sexy Monopoly. All of them half naked already, miraculously accepting Holy Mary Magdalene, who remains pure by being a beast in Monopoly. They finally get the best of her, but the door miraculously bursts open by itself to save her from undressing, preserving her purity. Mr. Notcher, who was out of the camp, is trying to get back under the heavy rain, where Stacy, back in the camp, inside of the cabin, hears a scream for help. She goes out, but they blind her with the lights of the shooting curtain to kill her. Sneaky bastards. Only Mary Magdalene and the jobber are left, but they don't know that. They go looking for Stacy, but they find a bloody axe instead and no phone line. Don't worry, there's probably some stupid explanation for all this, says the jobber, so they go make coffee. Mary Magdalene ends up finding the jobber stupidly impaled to the door, murdered. Mary Magdalene flees to another place where she shows off her skills by perfectly securing the door sealed, but it's no good because they throw Stacy's mangled body through the window. They don't break in though. Instead, we hear a jeep approaching to the rescue. Mary Magdalene thinks it's Mr. Notcher, but she's not sure about it. In fact, she doesn't even know he's been murdered. It wasn't Mr. Notcher, though. It was just lovely old Mrs. Pamela Voorhees, former worker of the camp's kitchen, which is just as good for Mary Magdalene as long as it's help. Mrs. Pamela Voorhees looks upon the slaughter and moans about them reopening the place again after all of what has happened. And she has a flashback of her own son Jason drowning there. She yells at Mary Magdalene for the counselors being too busy making love instead of looking for little Jason, letting him drown, killing him in fact. Kill her, Mommy. Kill her. Don't let her get away. Holy shit. Mrs. Pamela Voorhees is the killer. Mary Magdalene realizes and bails the fuck out of there. Don't worry, Jason. I won't. Mary Magdalene hides in the pantry, but Pamela finds her. Mary fights her and manages to escape, even though the viciousness of Mrs. Voorhees turns out to be beyond what you would have imagined after seeing her for the first time. The chase of Mrs. Voorhees is fierce, but Mary Magdalene fends her, escaping outside to the shore, but before she can have a breath, Mr. Voorhees attacks again, getting decapitated by Mary Magdalene, who manages to defend herself one last time. Mary Magdalene finally gets a breath of air, resting on a nearby canoe, where she falls asleep, drifting away until morning arrives while she still peacefully sleeps, being woken up by the sound of a cop at the shore who comes to rescue her, but the twisted, hideous body of little Jason pops out of the water to catch her off guard and drag her into it. She wakes up in the hospital with a cop waiting for her to be questioned and inform her that she's the only one who made it out of there. She asks him if they found the boy. The cop doesn't know who she's talking about. She tells him about the boy, the one who attacked her, the one who pulled her into the water. "Ma'am, we didn't find any boy," the cop says. Then he's still out there. That movie was cool.